It's 100 degrees out and I turned off my horrifically loud window air conditioner unit up here in order to make this video so y'all know that I love you. I'm up in my crafting room. This is also my adult daughter's bedroom. We have a very small house and the upstairs is an attic that was converted very poorly back in the 1940s into sort of a bedroom. There's no doors up here, so it's all one space. And about a quarter is a reading nook and storage. A quarter is a crafting space for me where I have my jack loom and my sewing machine and all my fabric stash and my fiber stash. Then a quarter is one of my daughter's bedrooms and a quarter is the others. But I made a couple of videos in the last week or so about sustainable fashion. I got a lot of requests to talk more about what I'm sewing. While I'm sweating up a storm up here, let me flip the camera around and show you what I'm working on. I am making this truly Victorian walking skirt. The pattern is TV291. People always ask me what's the pattern number so I can order it. This is a fantastic pattern. It's not as floofy in the back if you don't wear a little bum pad underneath. It lays flatter. This is such an easy, great pattern. Very tall, and part of the reason that I love being able to sew is I can make garments that are actually long enough for myself. The other day, folks saw me cut out this wool linen blend that I bought a number of years ago, and then the lining fabric is an old tablecloth that I got from the thrift store. I couldn't just cut out the different panels. I'll show you, this is the other skirt that I'm making. You can see there are these long panels and you sew them together. I couldn't just cut them out and sew them immediately. And that's because some of the panels and some of the portions of the panels are cut on the bias. So you actually have to cut them out and then hang them up for a few days like this. And that lets them sag. It lets them pull out. Some sections will sag more than others. And after the fabric has kind of relaxed, then you can go ahead and sew the panels together. These portions here have been hanging for a few days in order to go ahead and sag and stretch out. And now I'm ready to sew the panels together. I will sew them together using a sewing machine, but first I have to baste the lining and the outside of the skirt panels together. And then I'll sew them with my Singer sewing machine, and then I will flat fell them by hand. See, I told you I was tall. People don't generally believe me until they see me in real life. I'm kind of a big person. I take up a lot of space. Okay, I am dying. I'm gonna go turn the window air conditioner unit on. I realize it's not the most sustainable thing, but we don't have air conditioning up here and it's like 100 degrees out. I'm gonna go ahead and get these layers basted together and then see if I can get some of them sewn together before I have to go pick up my kid from his Magic the Gathering tournament. Thanks, by the way, to all the folks who keep asking me to talk more about sustainable fashion and what it looks like for me to make my own clothes and make clothes for my kids. Obviously, I wear some stuff that's like out of a free pile. Not everything I have is homemade. Obviously, not everything my kids wear is homemade either. We do thrift a lot as well. And sometimes we buy things new. That's just the reality of living in a system where you can't control everything and you can't live out your values perfectly at all times. Doing the best that we can with what we've been given, with the resources that we have, with whatever capacity we are able to access. I love to focus on harm reduction, on not letting perfect be the enemy of good. And also, I just really enjoy sewing my own clothes, and I'm really interested in what it would look like to create sustainable fiber textile economies in the United States and globally. How much would that transform not only our fashion sense, what we put on our bodies, but also our environmental impact? And how much would it help us create more community and cultural identity? I think about folk costumes in Europe. It's because my family, half my family, is from Germany. Schwaben specifically. Like, what would it look like if we had as diverse a sense of fashion as Europe did traditionally? Like, if you look at the diversity of European folk costumes, how much they are different from like village to village. What would it look like if we did that in the United States? I don't know. It's something that interests me. I'm always interested in how we can become more hyper-local, how we have more connection with folks around the world, with folks around the country, but also we focus on blooming where we're planted. We focus on doing the most good where we are most capable, which is right out our back doors. We learn to appreciate where we live. We learn to appreciate and cultivate and nurture local food economies, local textile economies, local culture where we are. Okay, I am melting into a puddle. I'm gonna go turn on the AC unit and get basting.